Hey guys, what's up? This is JK Flip-Flop, and I'm here to bring you a tutorial on capturing capital ships. More particularly in this case, it's going to be a Titurel, and this is especially good for new guys that maybe haven't done this before or haven't been around much, don't know. But during the campaign, you're going to quickly find yourself in Debris, which is where I am, and this is the Heartache Mist sector. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to fly over to Fell Affliction. It's kind of a danger zone. It's pirate controlled. They have a little space station set up there, but the real danger is the squash mines they have set up. They have thousands and thousands and thousands of squash mines all over the place, which are illegal for the very reason that you're about to see here. Just basically, no personnel can come in or out of that zone. It completely shuts off a sector of space. It's a terrible thing for civilians. They never get cleaned up. That's why they're illegal. We're about to see it here just a moment. But you're going to want to fly to Fell Affliction because it's a pirate-controlled zone, and there's almost always a Titurel cargo vessel there. And Titurels are one of the best cargo vessels you can get because they can carry all types of cargo there. They can do liquids or energy or containers, bulk, whatever you need. A Titurel can do it, and it has enough weaponry on board that it can fight off any raiders or anything that are coming after. So all these little 3-man, 5-man groups you see in Debris are no match for a Titurel. It'll be able to fight its way out of that no problem. So basically what you're going to get is a trade vessel where you don't have to worry about it getting blown up by pirates or anything, which is super handy not to have to worry about. So looking at my map here, it is a little bugged out. I would like to show you where the zone actually is, but unfortunately I have a fighter craft that's gone off the rails way thousands and thousands of kilometers up north on the super highway, and I can't properly zoom this zone over to the east to see Fell Affliction, but that's where it is. It's off to the east of Heartache Mist. You just hit this little on-ramp here and over you'll go. So if this is going to be your first time doing a capturing operation, you're going to want a Marine officer with 5 stars in his main 2 skills, which are leadership and morale, I believe. 5 stars in boarding experience if you can get it. If not, don't worry about it, he'll level up. And you want all 50 boarding marines. You want to keep buying boarding marines until you have all 50 of them, and won't let you buy any more than your set. So here we are, Fell Affliction. As you can see, all the red squash mines everywhere. They're very nasty. They will blow your ship up, just 2 or 3. And over here, we have found our Titurel. So we have got our target. So the first thing you want to do is fly right up behind it, right behind the engines, but not too close. If you get up in the flames of the engines, you'll see it quickly burning your shields off, and you will blow up very quickly. So you want to stay back a little ways, just start opening up on the engines. That way she can't run from you and she can't go anywhere. The second step of capturing a capital ship is to blow up the jump drive afterwards. So you're going to want to take out the engines as quickly as possible so it can't try to run from you. And then when the captain can't get away with his boosters, he's going to try to jump away from you. So you're going to want to immediately take out his jump drive as well. That way the ship's not going anywhere. And then after that, basically each capital ship is like a mini game. You study how you're going to go around it, which pieces you're going to blow up when and first and after, and how you're going to do it. And then basically once you have them figured out, you can just do them over and over and over the same way. And just basically, you can either use them for your own fleet or just sell them off for piles and piles of cash. So engines are down. We're taking out the jump drive here. It is toast. Now this ship is not going anywhere. And I am just going to start taking out all the hard points all over the surface. So our goal here is to get the boarding resistance of the target ship below the boarding strength of the skunk. And you can do that by taking down the shields, by damaging the hull, and most easily by blowing up all the surface elements of the ship. So you go around just like I've done here. I took out the force field that was protecting these little turrets here, and now they're easy peasy to blow up once they don't have any shields over top of them. So you go back down, work your way around. Start taking out turrets over here on the left side, on the port side of the ship. Missiles can help speed that up, but you want to be careful if you're taking fire when you shoot a missile. The fire will blow up the missile as it's coming out of your launcher. You just take the missile's damage and the damage from the turrets. Surface elements down, surface elements down. Another helpful tip is you're going to want to go to Telati space to field of opportunity as soon as possible, dock at the Overwatch station, and they sell 2 upgraded weapons there. Your Mark III pulse gun, and also the heavy laser, which replaces your normal mining laser. The heavy laser is absolutely required for capital ship capture, because it makes taking out the main capital shield generator so much easier. So as you can see, these little force fields here, they go down fast. The surface elements, they go down pretty quick. They're not too hard to blow up there. I just took out a shield generator. Very, very, very simple. Doesn't take much fire from the skunk. They go down very fast. The big shield generators on the back, however, are a different story. So let's finish taking out what's left of the guns on the surface of this thing. Hellbusters make it super, super easy, especially when you're going against bigger ships like Omicrons or Fulmicrons, Lyromicrons, things like that. You're going to want to bring a lot of Hellbusters to help take down those big weapons. You're also going to take out, so like here we have fighters that came into the area. We're going to want to drop these guys before we initiate the boarding operation, because once we initiate the boarding operation, our Marines are basically, they're in little Dixie cups. They're in little pods that are going to go try and take over that ship, but they're so weak and they're basically made out of paper that any of the enemy ships target them, they're just going to start killing them left and right. And that's something you don't want. You want to hang on to your Marines as long as possible, because they level up as they do more and more boarding operations. The more boarding operations they do, the stronger they become, and the more efficient they are, and the higher your boarding rating becomes on your ship. And that's what we're really after. So here's that heavy laser I was talking about. It's advantageous because it cuts through the hull without having to cut through the shield first. So as you can see, the hull is being damaged underneath of the shields going down. The shields are being damaged as well, but actually I'm like going under the shields to take out the shield generators. And that's really what you want, because if you had to go through their shields the long way, it takes a good 5 minutes of just sitting there and shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. When you could just switch over to this heavy laser and take it out. Just 2 charges. Go 1 on fire, 1 down. The only other surface element I have left on this ship is the drone bay, which is right up front. Oh, and that turret. Okay, now the only surface element I've left is the drone bay. So after I take out this shield, we'll check our boarding resistance rating, and then we'll check our boarding strength rating, and we'll see what we're weighing in at. As I said before, you want to make sure that your boarding rating on the skunk is higher than the boarding resistance rating of the target ship, and you know you got winner. So you can check all this out before you even try the boarding operation, before you put your Marines' lives at stake. You can see if the operation is going to work before you even go. You see working down the shields on the shield generator, almost done. Got the heavy laser warmed up again. Shouldn't be too much longer. So one more quick check of the engines, make sure they're all blown down. Alright, so let's see what our attack rating here is. Oops, wrong menu. Here we are. So here's the Pride of Albion, our boarding rating. As you can see, pretty high, not bad. That's a really good. I have all 5 stars in Elite Marines, so that's about as high as your rating's going to get. But you can see here the Titurel's rating, well, it's a little higher. So that means if we send our Marines in there, they're going to get toasted. So we need to do damage to the ship and the drone bay right here. So if we blow up our drone bay, there it goes. So let's check our boarding resistance rating one more time. Oh, see, that dropped that sucker down tremendously. So now we can engage boarding operations. There's no enemies around. We've completely disabled this enemy ship. We are ready to send our boys in. The other helpful thing is when you're doing boarding operations, you want to try not to have a Trojan hacking drone with you. If you have a Trojan hacking drone with you, Yisha's going to stop at certain points during this boarding operation. And she's going to ask you to use the hacking drone to go do the hacking minigame. And she says it'll speed up and help the Marines, but in reality it slows things down. So if you don't have a hacking drone with you, then that minigame will not show up. And if the minigame doesn't show up, then this goes a lot faster. So we've completely disabled the ship. It's completely defenseless. It's not going anywhere, and the rating is low enough that our Marines are just going to storm through this sucker and take it for us. And now all we got to do is sit back, wait, and once it becomes ours, enjoy our new ship and guard it. So if any enemy attack craft show up now, any more of the Reavers, they're going to start targeting not only the skunk, but they're going to start targeting the little tiny boarding pods that the Marines went in. If they blow those boarding pods up, then it's going to start killing Marines as well. So you want to keep a watch over this thing, not fall asleep or go make a sandwich or something. You want to stay here, watch, make sure that you're keeping your Marines safe. Because like I said, they're invaluable. It takes quite a few boarding operations for those guys to level up, so you want to keep them safe at all points. Got some capital ships coming in here. We don't want them attacking the Titurel, so I'm going to send them to attack the pirate base over there. Otherwise, they would just come in and they would annihilate this thing in 10 seconds before I could even do anything about it. It's also a smart move if you know you're going out to cap a cap ship, then you want to also have a full crew for that cap ship on hand so it can start repairing and it can defend itself right from the get-go. It makes sense to go have a nice defense officer and a 5-star engineer. You want to have an engineer with 5 stars in engineering. That'll allow the engineer to repair your new ship all the way back up to 100%. It does take a long time for him to actually repair anything, but eventually a 5-star eng will repair your brand new ship back up to 100% fully functional status. So 5-star engineer, a captain, and a good defense officer. You put those 3 guys on that ship and everything's set. And then we'll also pull our Marines back off after the entire boarding operation is done. Shouldn't take much longer. The Marines are quite expeditious in their killing skills. Yisha should give us a big old congratulations here in a second. Making sure we have no enemies trying to sneak up on us. They usually come from far direction.
Well done. Watch it for us until we bring a replacement captain.
Boarding mission complete. This is now my Titurel. We're going to go back in the crew quarters, where you should have your engineer and defense officer.
Yes?
5-star engineer. Just tell him to go work on the Titurel.
Okay, sir. I'm moving quarters as we speak.
And they'll walk out the door to, I guess, the airlock is over there? I don't know. It's a bit odd because that door doesn't actually exist.
It had better not look like a rubbish dump.
There she goes. Yeah, may as well send her boy out as well.
Now, sir. Thank you for your faith in me.
Extra 4 or 5-star manager that I found. So now we'll radio the Titurel, and you can see underneath the personnel we also have a Marine officer. Tell him to come back on board. That way we don't actually have to dock with our new Titurel. We can just give the remote command. As you can see over there, there is no door. It's just a solid wall with a bunch of connections and stuff in it. But when our Marine gets here, good old Frank, you can see there's a door waiting for him.
On board.
Amazing.
Hello, pal.
So if we look at the skills here, we can see
Absolutely.
your progress. So you want one with boarding experience. If you can find one at the very top with 5 stars from the get-go, that's great. If not, that skill will level up. But you want leadership and your morale to both be 5 stars for sure, as you can see Frank here does. And you also want to have all 50 Marines,
again,
which
sir.
he does as well. And that's really about it. We've captured our Titurel. We've put a crew aboard. We've set everything up. This thing is ready to go. So I'm going to do the last thing that I usually do when I get a new ship. I'm going to set it up to auto refuel. It's in the captain's details. And then the defense officer, I always set it to attack enemies. Instead of waiting to be fired upon, it will fire upon enemies first. if you're going to be out, oh, here comes some ships. So our ship is still defenseless. We still have to defend it. If it had to fight for itself, these 3 little fighters here would eventually blow it up. So that would all be for nothing. So we're gonna have to take these little guys out one last time, and then that should be the last time. By the time they come back again, our engineers should have the guns on that ship fixed, and they'll be able to more than defend itself.
You've really made me see red.
And really, that's about it. As you can see, it's really pretty easy. Once you do it the first couple times, you'll get the hang of it. It's really super simple. You can really do it without even thinking about it on smaller vessels like a Titurel or a Sanahar or something like that. It's super easy. Great way to make money. It's also a good way to, when you're completing the mission that you get where you have to build your own space station, you're going to find that there's a lot of things that you need that you can't get a hold of for the space station to be built. There's lots of material like fusion reactors you'll find, and reinforced metal plating are usually the 2 big ones that people can't find. One way you can get those is to go to Albion, and what I do is I hang out right next to a warp point, and whenever something comes in, I scan the ship, and when that ship has reinforced metal plating or fusion reactors in its hull, then I do this. I capture that ship, I take it from the PMC, and not only do I have a free cargo vessel, but the cargo vessel is full of the things that I need that I just got for free from the PMC. So it's really a good deal. It's a good way to make money, a good way to complete your quest lines. And afterwards, when you have a trading empire set up, you're going to want all these traders to either work for your station or to go make you money under your own manual command. And this is an easy way to get a hold of a whole fleet of them that will do that for you.
Of course, sir.
So really, that's about it. I hope this helps somebody out. Thanks a lot for watching.
Entering Heartache Mist.
Transmitting rendezvous point now.